Let's break it down. Which is better off-road? Lockers or traction control? Ask 10 drivers and you'll get 10 different answers. The truth is, both have their place, but only if you know when and how to use them. Let's break it down. Let's start with lockers. The advantage is simple: guaranteed traction. On rocky climbs, cross-axle situations, or ruts where one wheel is in the air, lockers keep you moving. They're predictable, reliable, and they don't fade like brakes do. But lockers aren't perfect. They can bind on hard surfaces, stress the drivetrain, and reduce steering control when engaged. Driving locked on high-grip surfaces can even cause component damage. Think of lockers as a tool for deliberate, technical off-road situations, not a system to leave on all the time. Now, traction control. The upside is convenience. Modern systems are fast, require no driver input, and adjust constantly. They're excellent for sand driving, mixed traction conditions, or situations where steering precision matters. Traction control can save fuel, protect components, and make everyday SUVs capable off-road without the need for dedicated hardware. But there are limits. Brake-based systems can overheat, fade, and they're slower than mechanical lockers in extreme conditions. In deep ruts or rock crawling, traction control can pulse and stutter instead of giving smooth progress. So while traction control is smart, it isn't invincible. So when should you use lockers and when should you trust traction control? On rocks and ledges, lockers win. Predictable torque and control beat brake pulsing every time. In sand dunes, traction control usually works better. Lockers reduce steering input, while traction control lets you float and turn without binding. In snow and ice, it depends. Lockers can help if you're crawling through deep ruts, but traction control is usually safer on slick mixed surfaces where steering matters. In mud, both work, but recovery gear is often more important. Lockers help keep you moving, while traction control reduces wheel spin when grip is patchy. Here's the real-world truth for buyers. Most modern SUVs come with traction control standard. It's enough for weekend trails, dunes, and moderate overlanding. Lockers are often optional, or standard only on dedicated off-road trims like the Wrangler Rubicon, Bronco Raptor, or Land Cruiser GR Sport. If your driving is mostly highway with occasional trails, traction control is fine. But if your terrain is technical, rocks, ruts, steep climbs, a locker isn't optional, it's a necessity. Don't pay for hardware you'll never use, but don't cheap out if your terrain demands it. Lockers aren't always king, and traction control isn't magic. The smartest off-roaders know that both are tools. And the real skill is knowing which one to trust when terrain changes. Which do you rely on more? Lockers or traction control? Drop your answer in the comments. This is Raw Reviews. Where the road ends, our story begins.